Hello, and today what am I going to do? I'm going to cook something similar to a stuffed paratha, but it isn't stuffed. It's just got everything thrown in there and it's healthy. I love that word, healthy. It's going to have vegetables that were probably in the fridge from the roast dinner, and lots of other healthy bits. So I shall show you how, and it's the first time I'm adding some special ingredients in there that I'm going to try out, and it might not actually work out, but you will know, because when I try it I will let you know. Okay, what we're going to be using in this paratha. Right, we need our statutory chapati flour, the wholemeal one. I've got about 3 cups in there. Some olive oil, because olive oil is really good for you, lowers your cholesterol. I've also got my leftover vegetables. I've got some peas, carrots. That's actually curried carrots, which I've just chopped up finely, and with peas. 1 whole onion, chopped up finely. Then we've got some chopped up chilies, green chilies, red chilies, and you've got to have coriander in it because that gives the flavour. And then for the dried spices, which gives it that Indian hint, I've got a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of hing, which is asafoetida, and that's actually really good for your wind problems. So yeah, always add that in. About a teaspoon and a bit of garam masala or zira powder. Then I've got a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and guess what this is? Linseeds, bit of the healthy bit. Linseeds are all the rage at the moment. Helps lower your cholesterol, so we want plenty of that in there. And also, I thought I shall add some coconut, desiccated coconut. So I've got a 1/2 cup of desiccated coconut in there. So this is going to be my healthy paratha. It's got everything in there. You can't see anything unhealthy about that at all. Okay, what do? I'm using a tripod and my hands to do this video, so I'm still not an expert. And I'm always looking in the wrong side of the camera. It's over there. Right, okay, so I've got my chapati flour. Woo! There we go. And in it, I'm going to add all the dried mixture. So all the seeds, the salt, the chili powder, everything. All that goes in. Let's put the tripod down. And we'll give this a stir. So let's stir that up. So we give it a stir. There we go. Levitating mixing bowl. There we are. Then we shall add the coconut, the desiccated coconut. In that goes. Give that a stir. Now, when you put all the dried ingredients in with the chapati flour, it just mixing is so much better. You'll see in a minute when I put the moist ingredients, it's not going to like mix so well. So we want to make sure all the salt and the spices are in there. Here we go. Give that a good old stir. Now, what should we put in? Let's put in our coriander, our red chilies, and our green chilies. We'll put that in. And we'll give that another stir. Oh, I can't do it with my left hand. So we'll give that a good old stir. There we are. See, it's mingling in okay. Then we'll get our vegetables and we'll put them in. So we put those in. In they go. And we'll give that a good old stir. So give that a stir in there. So you can see it's clumping up a little bit. So I'm glad I put all my dried mixes in first. So we've got all our veg in there. Now you can practically put anything that you want in here. Any veggies. If I had cauliflower, I think I would definitely put that in because I like cauliflower. Broccoli's really good. So we could have put that in, but make sure you finely chop everything because You don't want big lumps of vegetables in your paratha. So this is doing okay. I'm quite surprised. So there we go. That's all stirred in. Then add in a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit. We only want a little bit in at the moment. But it doesn't, olive oil is really good for you. So I guess you could use quite a bit of it and it wouldn't really matter. You could use coconut oil if you'd like. Right, so in that goes. Now for the difficult bit. I've got to knead this out. So what we do, I've got boiling water here, so just put a little bit of boiling water in. It's actually a bit tepid now. Do you like the kettle? It's my favourite kettle. Goes with the kitchen. So we give that a stir. And now we've got to knead it all up. There we go. Let's give that a good old stir. And we're going to have to get our hands dirty for this. I sometimes think I'm a fool for doing these videos. Right, so we're getting our hands in there. And we've got to really get in there. Okay, there's no flapping about with this. You really got to get in there. Whoa, and you're going to make a mess. It's standard. Then we get in there. And we want this all to mix up and we want to have like a little dough. And this will take roughly about 5 minutes of kneading. Because we want them to be a little bit soft. So you need to get that gluten going. I need a little bit more water. Make sure my hand's out of the way from the water. There we go. And we get in there again. So knead it and knead it. And I'll come back to you. I'm going to switch the camera off for a bit now. Now, if you have the problem that I just did have, where the dough is a bit tacky and sticky, just put more flour in there and knead it in. So you don't have to worry about how much water you put in. Always add in more flour just to get the consistency right. So it's still quite tacky. So it needs a lot of kneading and getting in there. And once you start working it in, the dough becomes much easier to handle and less sticky on your hands. That's the real test, when it doesn't stick to your hands anymore. Then you know it's done properly and it's getting to that stage. So I'll continue. So I've actually got it out of the bowl now and onto my work surface. I'm going to give it a good old knead. Keep on applying a bit of flour just to get rid of that tackiness that's occurring, because I put a bit too much water in. So we just give that a good old solid knead. And then it'll get better. So we get in there. And we're nearly there. Okay, I've kneaded it. And now it's in a bowl. I'm going to cover it and leave it for about 20 minutes to rest, and then we can roll them out. So on goes the plate, and we should leave that for a while. Okay, the dough's been resting for about 20 minutes. I need to get all the way down here. So take a little bit, roughly about that amount. Oh, it's looking lovely. Roll it in your hands. Flatten it down a little bit, just helps get a round circle. Dip it in some flour, chapati flour, probably better. And then just go around so that you've got a sort of a flattish circle. Make sure your surface is floured. And then roll it out. I never get them round, by the way. So it doesn't really matter. So roll it, roll it, roll it. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised with this. So roll out just a bit more flour to stop it sticking. And I've got my frying pan with the heat on. So just give it a good old roll out. So we roughly want it probably about 2 millimeters thick. There we go. So it's roughly round and it's about that thick. So what we do, it's nice and warm, you put that in to your non-stick frying pan or a tawa if you've got one. Now this is where I lift this up and I'll show you what you need to look out for. So I'll put the heat up and let that cook for a little bit. And this takes roughly about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's just roughly cooking on that side. We don't want to overcook it, not at this stage anyway. And then we just flip it over. So it's just semi-cooked, not that cooked. Then I have one of these. Then you just brush the olive oil. Dip it into the olive oil. You can use coconut oil if you like. And then just spread some of the oil on that. And then flip it over. Get some more olive oil. You can use butter, why not? Use butter. Butter is lovely. And they're all saying it's so good for you. So, you know, use it if you want. If I had some butter in the house, I probably would have done. So just spread that all over. So it's frying. So a paratha in essence is a fried chapati or a roti. So that's frying nicely. And then flip it over. So it's nice and brown. Look at that. See how easy it is? It's so easy. You should give it a go. So you want it to be looking like this, nice and brown. So you know that everything is properly cooked. And this is your stuffed paratha. Well, your mixed paratha. Okay, this is what it looks like on my plate. A bit of chicken curry, some onions, and my stuffed parathas. Now to eat it. So here goes. Gonna eat the paratha. Actually, I'm gonna have it on its own. Mmm. Mmm. That's really delicious. I'm quite surprised myself. You can get the hint of coconut in there. And the linseed. And it's just so healthy. And a bit of chocolate. That would be good. A bit of chicken curry. I definitely would give this a go. And yeah, I think you could just put anything you like in there.